Hi, now for this question we're being asked then to solve this trigonometric equation 4 cos theta minus 2 sin theta equals 3 for theta between 0 and 360 degrees. Now in the previous part we saw that the left hand side here could be written as the square root of 20 multiplied by the cosine of theta plus 26.560 and so on. Okay, and so this would equal 3. So if you're not sure about this, do check out the previous video. Root 20, by the way, you could write as 2 root 5. It's up to you. Now what I need to do next is to divide both sides by the root of 20. So therefore we end up with the cosine of theta plus 26.560 and so on, okay, is equal to 3 divided by root 20. Next I need to take the inverse cosine to both sides, so therefore we end up with theta plus 26.560 and so on is equal to the inverse cosine then of 3 divided by the square root of 20. Next I draw a quadrant diagram or cast diagram, and we're working in degrees, so this will be 0 degrees, this will be 90 degrees, 180, 270, 360 degrees. And again, if you're unfamiliar with the quadrant diagram, do check out videos, tutorials I've got on this. So we're looking for where cosine of an angle is positive. And cosine is positive then in what we call the first quadrant, this quadrant here, and the fourth quadrant. So you draw two lines then equally inclined to this horizontal. So put two lines, something like that. So these two angles would be exactly the same size. And then what we're looking at is this angle here, okay? This angle here would appear then in the first quadrant. So we start from here, go to the first blue line, turning in the anti-clockwise sense, the positive sense then. So this would be a possible theta plus 26.56 and so on degrees. Starting again from 0, turning anti-clockwise, we now turn to the other blue line all the way around to here, and this too would be a possible theta plus 26.56 and so on. Okay, now when you inverse cosine this angle, you end up with 47.869 and so on degrees. Okay, make sure you're in degrees mode, by the way. So that refers to this acute angle here. That is that red possible angle here. So if I know that this angle in here is 47.869 and so on, then to get the green angle, I've just got to do 360 degrees minus the 47.869. If you do that, you'll find you get 312.130 and so on degrees. Don't make the classic mistake then of simply working this out, then subtracting this angle from this one, and then using your quadrant diagram. Okay, do work out your possible angles straight away. Okay, now we subtract 26.560 from each of these, and that will leave us with theta. So if we do that, we therefore have theta equals, and we get 21.309 and so on, okay, degrees when we subtract it from here. When we subtract it from the green angle, we find that we get 285.57 and so on degrees. Now if we give our angles to three significant figures, then this one will be 21.3 degrees, and this one will be 286 degrees. And I'll just put here that both are 2, 3 significant figures, 3SF. Okay?